The guns have fallen silent, the stars have aligned, the great wait is over, come see. It will not be televised. It's official, everybody, Oasis are back. However, despite this morning's press release on live tour dates for 2025, I'm left with more questions and answers about this reunion. Let's get into it. So just to briefly cover off the tour dates and venues that were announced this morning, more locations and venues were announced than we actually thought we were going to get. So we've got Cardiff on the 5th of July, which is where the band kick things off, followed by Manchester, London, Edinburgh and Dublin. Interestingly though, there are only 4 dates at Wembley instead of the rumoured 10. I say only 4, that's still a monumental number of people to play for, but if you're anything like me, you love seeing the underdog win. I would have loved Oasis to have sold out 10 nights at Wembley Stadium, beating Taylor Swift's record. Having said that, there are gaps between the first 2 dates and the second 2 dates on those Wembley shows, so my guess is that the band have reserved those dates in between in case there is more demand than for 4 shows, which is very likely. Tickets go on sale at 9 AM on Saturday the 31st of August, which is this coming Saturday, so be ready. Interestingly, we didn't get a Glastonbury announcement that was rumoured. However, Glastonbury dates are usually between the 26th and the 30th of June, and we've not actually seen Oasis announce anything on those dates, so they are free. Conveniently so, I think. I think it's a possibility that Oasis will actually kick off that tour headlining Glastonbury Festival, and the way that Glastonbury like to do things, it's likely that they'll wait until they've got a few more acts on the bill, close to the festival when they actually announce Oasis as a headliner. Same with Nebworth as well. I think it's very likely that Oasis will do a Nebworth gig just because it's a full circle moment. Oasis did it back in the day, Liam's done it. Now, I do have a couple of burning questions about this Oasis reunion. The first one is, was it the plan all along to break up and then have this reunion 15 years later? And before you call me crazy, a lot of people online are saying this, or at least talking about it. So this one's for you conspiracy theorists out there. Liam's song One of Us that he released in his second solo album looks to predict this exact turn of events when you actually review the lyrics, when you actually read the lyrics. It's a song rumoured to be about Noel, and if I just read the lyrics out to you. So Liam sings, "Hey kid, did you know? Today, 16 years ago, it was you and I for the last time. You angrily said, with a smoke ring round your head, you would see me on the other side." So why is that significant, you might ask? Well, Oasis actually split up 15 years ago to this day. So the date referenced in the song is effectively 1 year from now, the summer of 2025, when the reunion gigs begin. Now, does Liam have a crystal ball, or was this planned all along? I'll let you be the judge of that. So the second question I have is around the lineup. Who is actually going to join Liam and Noel on stage when it comes to these reunion gigs? The Enemy has released an article saying that the reunion will not feature any of the original members, which I mentioned in my video yesterday. It's more likely to be Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds that are supporting Liam and Noel on stage. So that would be Gem on electric guitar and Chris Sharrock on drums, but I'm not really sure about the rest. I think we'll just have to wait and see. Bonehead should feature in there in some capacity. It just wouldn't be the same if you didn't join them for at least a couple of songs. But yeah, we don't expect any of the other original members to be involved. The third question is a very interesting one. So, will we get any new music from Oasis? And by new music, I don't mean any B-sides that haven't previously been released that were recorded in the 90s. I don't mean any special edition live versions of songs that we'll likely get with the 30th anniversary CD for What's the Story More Than Glory. I mean original songs that have been written recently that Oasis might release as a comeback single. And there's a bit more that meets the eye with this rumour. You never really know with Noel. If you've watched the Supersonic documentary or any of the press videos for the Definitely Maybe 30th anniversary edition, then you'll know that Noel actually writes songs and sits on them for a while before they get released. So when Definitely Maybe was originally released in 1994, Noel actually says in the documentary that he had all of What's the Story More Than Glory written before Definitely Maybe even came out. So at the point of that album being released, Noel already had the second album up his sleeve. And there's another rumour around this. So Noel has apparently been quoted saying that he has 2 albums ready to go that he's currently sitting on. So they're written but not yet released. One is apparently a stadium rock album and the other is an acoustic. And again, these are just rumours, we've got no idea, have we, unless Noel tells us himself. You know what, I wouldn't be surprised if over the past 15 years whilst Oasis have been broken up, Noel's been writing songs and thinking, you know what, a couple of these are a bit too good for my solo work. Maybe I'll save them just in case, just on the off chance that Oasis might reunite one day. And if they do, I've got some aces up my sleeve. Who knows, but it's certainly mad that he's sitting on new music if that is indeed the case. And the final question I've got here is, who are the support acts going to be? I think for a band as big as Oasis, I think we're guaranteed to have some pretty legendary support acts. I would love to hear your thoughts on what you guys think the support acts could be for these massive shows. I know I've heard, certainly online, I've seen that a lot of people are calling for Richard Ashcroft to open up for Oasis. Obviously a couple of years ago, he opened up Liam's solo gigs with some acoustic sets, but as it stands, there are a lot of calls online for Richard to get the Verve back together, which would be pretty special indeed. But I'd love to see what you guys think. Will it be some of those 90s gems, or are we just going to see modern day big rock bands support Oasis? Let me know in the comments who you would love to see support them. But yeah, just a fairly short video this one, just covering the tour dates and a few burning questions that I really want answered as soon as possible. I'm so excited about this reunion tour. Wishing everyone the best of luck on Saturday morning this week. Remember, it's 9 AM to get tickets. Like and subscribe, and I will see you very, very soon. Oh, and remember, it won't be televised, so get your tickets.
5 and you know it's true. Poker style, I've gone all in for this round. Oh.